Hey guys, welcome back to XdTx. Today we are going to be discussing how to turn a photo, like for example you have a photo of an old woman and we are going to turn it into a young woman, and we might even and how to apply vintage effects on it so the particular photo it appears authentic. So let's get rolling. So first thing you want to do is have high pick. High pick is detrimental to our project. You don't want to click here. You just want to import and click on any photo of the particular person you are actually gonna make them young. So this is what I want you to do. You can try to do AI portrait if they look kinda classic, but it's already really a portrait in my thing. I'm just gonna make them natural so they're straight. So this is what you want to do. For the face you can do this. I'm just gonna do it. You really don't want to do a lot of these since you can do hairline, but you really don't want to do a lot of these since this will make the photo look unrealistic, like this or this. You can increase the eyes a bit and you can increase the pupil size a bit, because I recommend doing this in and out, not by that much, by like a little bit, around 15 to 20% range. Do the tail, as I have seen a lot of people lose the tail. You can slightly resize the nose up to your liking. If you have an old destroyed photo of the person that you are trying to replicate by their newer picture, this will be much easier. But just make it as realistic as you think you can. If you have never met them before, just try to copy as much of the settings you can as mine. Because this person is from thispersondoesnotexist.com, so I don't even know what they look like. I just selected their Devi. For the lips, I just recommend doing everything to 100. It always looks realistic in my opinion. Except perhaps the smile, you can tone that down a bit. Actually, wait. I have to do something in which I forgot what I did, but it made it very unrealistic. I think it was the upper and lower lip. No. It made them slightly unrealistic. Yeah, this is more realistic. Yeah, now let me just make this smile a bit, not that much, like a little bit. So like, as you can see, we make mistakes. They happen all the time. You do not want to increase the lips that much or some person, but every person's face is different. Now while this doesn't really look for 50 plus, you can see a lot has changed. This is the old one, this is the new. You can see that they already look a few years younger. Oops, I think I was already in here. So now you don't want to do reshape. If you know what you're doing, you can do it, but that face is kind of like tilted, but that's not a big problem. Okay, so now what you want to do, you want to go to makeup. I recommend you can do clear, you can basically do a lot of things that will make it look unrealistic. There are actually new makeups now from the update. Normally I would do you can pick schoolgirl, as it makes them look young slightly. The thing is, there used to be other options, but I can't get them. Why not do the cat girlfriend? This is very unrealistic. Actually, it's not really that realistic, because this is not over the top makeup. So now you want to go to skin. I recommend there's usually a young person thing, their youthful skin. So do that, since well, in their youth they must have youthful skin. Do the smoothness, do basically everything. Makeup has already taken care of a lot of this thing. So if you really want the person to be brighter, I know people who have lost their natural care, but you are not gonna do weird stuff. Do what you do percent. Do the whiter tooth as much as you can and have it. So now this is really good, but I'm just gonna remove the makeup as because I don't think the makeup really suits this person. Retouch, I sort of forgot. You can like kind of do this. If the person you have has some flaws, do this. It would make the photos better. Personally, I'm just gonna remove some dark circles and I can just make the details. So this is what I'm doing. Why take tea? Just pass it one more time. Be mindful that you have already done that, so it really isn't that important. Skin tone, it's like I said, just make it as realistic as much. This I'm gonna pretend. I'm just gonna make it a bit more lighter. I don't know what this person looked like before, so I have no idea what to do. I recommend doing fluffy too. It's just that much better. In the current hairstyle, it just doesn't. It isn't that visible. I don't know about you, but on my screen it really isn't that visible, the hairstyle. So let's make her have a newer hairstyle. So I think long hair would suit her the best, since she does look to the Indian descent that this person does not exist, but I actually made her like that. So this is long hair, so there are lots of options. Wait, let's load the bag. The bag looks, this is kinda good, the long hair one. It's better, but hair dye, this is where I really don't do as well as I could do, since well, some options are missing. I think bubble tea would look better, because sometimes other options happens. I have actually done a similar rerun of this photo, but something happened with the, for example, I'm gonna make them have this blondish hair, not bright blonde hair. But the thing is, Indian people usually aren't blonde. If I make jet, wait. Hyping has a kind of a fault where it forgets that you have done something. So I'm just gonna make it jet black. And now it looks way more realistic. For the body shape, if your photo does have it, you can do this. But a way better way to do this body shape thing is actually there's an option in body. It can't recognize body, but in that you have options. Just do it as you want to do. Now for filters. This is where your depends. If you're trying to catfish a person by making yourself pretty, just keep it as it is. If you are not trying, and this is for example like your grandma that you are, and that she does not have old photos, and the old photos she has are not good, or something like that, or for example this is your great grandma, and for her funeral you want to make a photo that resembles her youngness. A lot of people actually change a lot, so if you're trying to make someone represent their young, I recommend you should actually go and find an old photo. Those old photo may not be the best. You have to find 2 to 3 photos and try to make it as realistic as possible. So for example, I really don't want this photo to be new, because I'm gonna try to I can make them new, but I really just want them to look really this photo to look old. So you go to retro and try to find something that suits. Princeton I think is the best if you lower the intensity, but for some reason it really doesn't do. So since I'm uploading this to video, and people might think that the reason I did that, people might think that I did clickbait, because the actual thing that I did is completely different. I just put a old photo there, so I'm just gonna do something that makes it look good. So how about light skin? Yeah, that's actually really good. Now this is basically not a people, you have to do this. Some people like my grandma have actually become a way darker, so for her photo I personally did this. Since before she didn't used to be this dark, she used to be white. All the photos of her, and even her and her husband say that she used to be extremely white. The cameras weren't able to capture her whiteness, so in that case I won't be able to do it. I have this photo is almost perfect. If you're doing it with sceneries and stuff, I recommend upping the saturation a bit. But for example, here it's just 1%, they're gonna look like an orange potato. Wait, don't do the AI filters yet. I don't recommend doing any of this on background. Let's see. Wait. Oh wait, I thought this was something else. They used to do it, but oops, I accidentally ended text. I don't want to do that. So now you can do some cleanups and effects. This is also an effect. Effects, this is like similar to the filters. For example, we can make it old photo. Sorry, someone was at the door, so that's why I did it. So as you can see now, if you really want to do, I don't really want to do the old photo, it makes them look like a potato. But as you can see, there are some retro ones. The light leak, personally I really love it for photos, but with that you can do an old photo. Like with that you also have to do BRB filter to make it look good. I am actually not going to do that, but I have to do some filters, so I'm just gonna see which one we should really do. So I forgot I know a filter that was here, but I forgot where it was. It make it look really good. You should, if you really want to, just do this, but with low intensity. But the thing is, I'm gonna do folds. This may look very weird, but I'm not gonna make it that opaque. Just slight hit, and I'm gonna make it so it's in the sides where it really doesn't matter. Yeah, this is not really a fold. This is a film artifact. So sorry, there was another interruption. So if you really want to do this, you can do this, but it will look weird on its own. It says, why is there a film artifact when it's not shot in film? So we are actually gonna make it also look like it's from film. Since I do it old film, I'll much rather do something else but lower the thing. So these are all in retro, but none of these scream the film. The photo booth does scream film, but you lose color. And I really don't want it to lose the color, and there's not even an option. It's just this. It does not look. This carbon looks good. There's now film artifacts, as well as it being not having that big of a color problem. So this is what I'm gonna do. It's gonna look like someone with a really good camera did this. Some people prefer something else. Personally, I love what's the name? Forgot. I personally love some of these car filters because they are actually in film. A lot of these retro filters are film, but of course I'm gonna put Sony DC. This one looks very realistic. So we have also done the effect, which has a tiny film fragment. So let me show you now. It really looks like film because there are all over there's these film effects, but this is as good as it's gonna get. You really don't want to do anything. If you want to do something, you can do it. So this is my end photo.